What's going on, everybody, and welcome. This just got more interesting, and I found them. By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you something that everybody holding crypto, especially those who are holding XRP, should be able to understand and watch and appreciate because they are grilling, they are destroying the SEC, the commissioner of the SEC, and the one and only chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler. Earlier, I showed you 2 videos, but I got 5 unique, more awesome pieces of media that I believe they're not long, right? But I believe that they really give you more insights, guys. And for us as adults, right, that we're putting our money here, they are attacking, the SEC is attacking this company with lawsuits. And right now we're here waiting to hear for the appeal if they're going to do so. 125 million, like everybody knows, less than 2 weeks. If they do so, if they don't do so, mega bullish. Then here comes October. So there's many factors going on right now. Let me go ahead and play it, relax and enjoy, guys. Welcome aboard.
I think what's happening is that we're trying to be ambiguous because the legal precision carries with it real implications. And this is why people have been coming to us and saying we need clarity. Is the token itself a security, or is it part of an investment contract? Is it being sold together with an investment contract? If it is, what is that investment contract, and how long does it track along with the token? By using imprecise language, we've been able to sort of suggest that the token itself is a security apart from that investment contract, which has implications for secondary sales. It has implications for who can list it. And I think this is absolutely, we've fallen down on our duty as a regulator not to be precise. And so tucking into a footnote that, yes, we admit that now actually the token itself is not a security, that's something that we should have admitted long ago and then started wrestling with the difficult questions.
Right. Oh, I'm going to let you do. Hey, take a look at the comments, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, everybody. Put in the comments your message to all of them because this is 1 of 5. Let's go to the next one. This is really good.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Gensler, suppose I were to sell you a Yankee ticket and tell you that the Yankee ticket could appreciate in value and could be resold at a profit in the secondary market. And as is the case with all sports tickets, suppose the proceeds from the sale of the Yankee ticket goes toward paying for the Yankee game. By selling you the Yankee ticket, am I entering into an investment contract with you and therefore conducting an unregistered security offering?
I appreciate the question. I don't know all the facts and circumstances, but I don't think so. I know where we're headed here, Representative, but I don't think so in that Yankee.
So a Yankee ticket is not, and why is the Yankee ticket not a security?
Well, it's really a question, and the courts have been clear on this, is the offer and sale.
Specifically with a Yankee ticket, though. When you're buying a Yankee ticket, what are you purchasing?
You're buying
access to a Yankee game. Is that fair to say?
I understand. It's been a while since I went to a Yankee game, but that's...
You're welcome to a Yankee game.
I used to live in New York, and my 3 daughters were all born in New York.
So in the Stoner Cats case, the creators were selling an NFT that offered access to an animated web series. From the standpoint of federal securities law, is there a legal difference between buying a Yankee ticket that offers you the experience of a Yankee game and buying an NFT that offers you the experience of an animated web series?
Again, I don't want to comment on any one specific
well, it was a settlement, it's a fait accompli. It's not an ongoing litigation. You can comment on it.
But it's about how is something offered and sold. Is it offer and sold as an investment contract? Or are individuals looking to a common enterprise anticipating profits based on the efforts?
Well, I'm familiar with the definition. You're avoiding the question. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Everybody,
Mr. Gensler.
You can tell that if we, the investors, the nobodies, right? Well, I mean, we're somebodies. Obviously, we're the one who pay taxes and everything, right? And elect them, right? But if we are the ones who are at the bottom of the chain as far as making laws and action, right, changing what we don't like, guys, if they are doing so, it's finally, right, finally good to see some people saying, hey, guys, What was it? OpenSea also got, or like there's a Wells notice or something like that. I remember we talked about it in the channel earlier. Like it's crazy, right? Next one.
You know, the SEC overstepped their authority by issuing SAB 121 while also harming investors in the financial system. Chair Gensler, I have contacted your office repeatedly about SAB 121 and asked to speak with you about this. Your office has totally ignored all of our requests, so I'm very glad you are before Congress today to answer my questions. After watching majorities in both chambers of Congress, including Democrats like Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, vote to overturn SAB 121, do you have any regrets on supporting the SAB?
The Office of the Chief Accountant has been issuing staff accounting bulletins. It's 121 because it's the 121st one in 50 years. Public companies were asking questions about how to account for crypto and is it a liability? And what we found is bankruptcy after bankruptcy, and FTX and Terraform and Celsius and Voyager, bankruptcy court after bankruptcy court has said it's a liability of the company. So I think the accounting that the staff bulletin put out helped public companies understand that.
Thank you. The Government Accountability, a nonpartisan independent agency, was very clear. You lost. The SEC was wrong to skirt around Congress by issuing SAB 121. You're actually making the digital asset ecosystem less safe. Yes or no, Chair Gensler, will you commit to rescinding SAB 121 today?
No, it's good accounting bulletin that's out there, and if somebody comes in and works with the Office of the Chief Accountant in a consultative manner where it is bankruptcy remote, and a number of banks and broker-dealers have done this, where if they're holding the customer funds and it truly is the customers, it's truly the remote from bankruptcy,
reclaiming my time since
that it's not a liability.
Just so everybody gets it, right? He will not commit to overturning the SEC rule that prevents highly regulated financial firms from holding Bitcoin and crypto. Crazy stuff. It's sometimes very difficult, right, to get access to your crypto, especially when they are in custody of different banks and some other financial firms. Guys, before we continue to the next one, I just want to mention that take a look at the links down below if you want to support the channel. We got Margex up to $10,000 on welcome bonus, because that really is amazing if you're looking into positions right now. If I open up a CoinMarketCap, which I will do for you guys, I don't want you to start your journey in crypto when everything is pumping like crazy, because whether you like what I have to say for you right now, or you don't like it, or you agree or disagree, prices will continue rising. Who cares who Oscar Ramos is, right? I'm not that important, but what it's important is to make money before the altcoin season and bull market comes, right? So do yourself a favor, sign up to Margex right now. I've explained it many times, but it's super easy. It takes a few seconds, no KYC, close to 1 million users already trading, and there's like 200 of you who sign up and close to 35 people who are actively trading. So thank you guys for doing so. Keep making your money up to 100x. Really, really exciting. And the trading indicator that I created with Luxalgo is the second link down below, called PPF, Past, Present, Future. Check it out. 30 days risk free, guys. And I'm sure that you guys are going to enjoy it, because we took some time, and I think you guys will find it very, very useful. All right. Next, for our fourth video, almost the end, but I got the big guns right now. Once again, the commissioner right here talking, and we have a new one. This is it.
Passing my resolution under the CRA to repeal the bulletin with support from Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in the Senate before it was eventually vetoed by the Biden-Harris administration. We are now hearing that the SEC's Office of the Chief Accountant is engaging in conversations with some market participants on a case-by-case confidential basis to inform them if they need to comply with SAB 121. It looks like one firm even received a non-objection from the bulletin. It's incredible how big of a hole the SEC has dug itself into. Yet, despite the backtracking and the rebuke from both houses of Congress, earlier today, Chair Gensler indicated he would not rescind SAB 121 in response to a question from my friend across the aisle, Mr. Wiley Nickel. Chair Gensler, now that the Office of the Chief Accountant is picking and choosing who needs to comply with SOB 121, why wouldn't the SEC simply rescind SOB 121 entirely or issue a new guidance?
Stepping back, this guidance, it's the 121st. It's what we've been doing for 52 years. And it's guidance about what happens in bankruptcy, whose assets are there. And crypto bankruptcy after crypto bankruptcy, the bankruptcy courts have said it's not the investors, it's the bankruptcy estate. That's what that accounting bulletin is about. Is it a liability in bankruptcy, basically? And customers get hurt.
Let me reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Peirce, what kind of signal does it send when the SEC is carving out individual firms from its own staff accounting guidance on an one-off basis? What would be the approach you'd recommend instead of a response to the problems caused by SOB 121?
The approach I'd recommend is we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to figure out what the right accounting is in this area, and we need to do that involving the public in a process, not just putting out a staff bulletin. And then applying it, Chair Gensler mentioned earlier, it applies to public companies, and that's true. It applies on its face to public companies, but we've also applied it to broker-dealers, and now, as you pointed out, we're peeling it back for particular entities. There was a question earlier about why there's only one custodian in the ETP space, and one of the reasons is because of our SAB 121, which makes it very hard for people to be custodians in this space.
And think about the market concentration. There's been no accounting bulletin from the SEC that has ever been as fundamentally flawed as SOB 121, nor has there ever been one that has been considered a rule according to the GAO, and we certainly haven't seen 60 U.S. senators overturn any of the 120 previous accounting bulletins either. Something's amiss here. This does not look right for the SEC. The situation we're in today is indicative of a failure of your organization to recognize just how problematic SOB 121 has been. Chair Gensler.
I'm just going to say, that is a big indicator to fire the guy. Fire Gary Gensler. That's what Tom Emmer is always saying, right? That's why it became very popular. Hashtag fire Gary Gensler. So if he wins this November, he's out. Gary Gensler is out.
Do you believe that SOB 121 has led to concentration risk because of how few entities are able to offer digital asset custody services?
I think it's actually the right accounting. Off-balance sheet accounting is also what, in part, got us into the 2008 crisis. So just remember, when people are trying to hide things and put them off balance sheet, it's not good. Also,
you talk about hiding things, Chairman Gensler. We don't even know what deals you're cutting on SOB 121 when you give a no objection letter to a different firm. If we're going to talk about hiding things, let's talk about transparency. Let's talk about how do people in this country operate under our laws when your commission is doing backroom deals with one-off companies and writing them a no objection letter. That's not transparent. That's not in the interest of the American people. You can't follow rules that you don't know about. What's going on?
The accounting bulletin is, the staff accounting bulletin is out, but also for years, companies come in, public companies, and said, this is how we're going to account for something. Do you object? And in this case, if it's remote from bankruptcy, if a company is going to go bankrupt and it's truly the customer's funds.
I'm going to hold you there because I want to give your colleague a chance. Commissioner Peirce, I'd like to pose the same question to you. It's market concentration. Is that a risk from SOB 121?
It is a risk, and the accounting raises real questions about whether this is protective of investors or not. And so that's why I think we need to go out with a real process to try to figure this out.
At the end of the day, the SEC has to read the room. And the entire House of Representatives voted on this, and a majority of members of the House rebuked SOB 121, and the Senate, led by the opposing party, they passed it with 60 votes, including the majority leader. This is not a good look for the SEC. This should go away. This is bad policy. With that, I yield back.
Boom. Guys, that's pretty cool, and that's what we witnessed recently. And the last one, guys, starting here, Warren Davidson grills Gary Gensler over crypto regulation. This one is a good one. I remember him also leading the charge. Let's listen up.
To provide clarity here. So as many of my colleagues have done today at this hearing, the courts have, even the DOJ, have highlighted severe mismanagement. The list goes on, but unfortunately, I do have limited time. Commissioner Peirce, would you say that the SEC's rulemaking and enforcement agenda reflects the priorities of the commissioners as a whole, or has the commission become an extension of Chairman Gensler's agenda?
The agenda is the chairman's agenda.
Do you guys have collaboration? I mean, I saw one of the commissioners today look like it might be the first time he was asked his opinion on something, just expected to ratify whatever Chairman Gensler throws out there.
I mean, I think the issue is that Chair Gensler has a lot of ideas that he's trying to move forward on, and there are other things that I think we should be spending our time on that we're not spending our time on. And so I think that's the nature of some of our disagreements.
Problems being left unsolved. I appreciate you for highlighting many of them. My concern is just that by taking the world's best capital markets, I mean, we don't even have 5% of the world's GDP, but we have over 50% of the world's invested capital. We're taking something that works pretty well, that needs clarity and oversight to continue. Instead, we're working with a declared war by Secretary Warren and other Gary Gensler allies to undermine our capital market.
Is that true? Yes, it is. She's building the anti-crypto army, guys. What are we supposed to do? Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so we continue fighting. Appreciate you guys. Let's finish.
It's in some of the most innovative companies out there. For that reason, I proposed the SEC Stabilization Act as a structural reform to deal with our Gary Gensler problem, but also with the structural challenges at the SEC that highlight it can be exploited by bad actors. One of the areas that I want to highlight is special purpose broker-dealers. Commissioner Peirce, do you believe that a special purpose broker-dealer process could provide a first step towards broker-dealers handling tokenized securities?
I mean, at the time that it came out, I said it could be a baby step, but that was 4 years ago, and this baby's not walking yet. So I'm not as optimistic as I was back then.
Yeah, I'm concerned as well, and it kind of creates a separate path where some of Chairman Gensler's friends and allies could get special permission and the rest of the market be excluded. For each commissioner, maybe we'll start down there with you, Mr. Ueda. Have you or any member of your staff been instructed by the SEC staff to direct or otherwise ask FINRA to avoid approving broker-dealer applications with crypto assets?
No, I have not.
Commissioner Peirce?
No, but TM is, our Trading and Markets Division is the one that interacts with FINRA. So it's, I mean, the issue is that there's a cultural, there's clear messaging from the SEC that we're not trying to move the crypto industry forward, and that's reflected in this as well.
Thank you. Commissioner?
No.
No, and I think I might disagree a little bit with the clear messaging point from Commissioner Peirce on the clear direction. I think there's lots of rhetoric, and we can get down to brass tacks and look at ways to move forward.
Well, Mr. Gensler, no surprise, many of us aren't fans of your approach to the job, but it does seem that you've abused your authority, and you seem to kind of gloat as candidate Harris decides that she wants to pivot on crypto and say, no, you can trust us. We're going to be okay on this. It seems like you're gloating. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. The war on crypto goes on. So as you highlighted, you meet with the chairman of the Federal Reserve regularly. Do you guys discuss things like Operation Choke Point 2.0, the way to block and restrict market certainty for crypto-affiliated firms?
I've never heard that term, and I'd also want to say half of the rules that we've adopted, 42 rules, half of them have actually been bipartisan.
Some of the work's been good, but a lot of it's been bad. Last question, Commissioner Ueda. What would it take to allow distributed ledger to be the official record of ownership for tokenized securities? If you could respond in writing, that'd be good, because my limited time has expired. I yield.
Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this massacre. I hope you enjoyed this array of different questions and comments, because many commissioners and the chairman, of course, Gary Gensler, got destroyed today. Everybody watched it, and we all have to be aware, prepare, and bullish. Don't forget to be bullish, because once they're out, eventually somebody with the right mindset of crypto and freedom in the markets will come in, and they will pump us to Bahala. Don't forget to subscribe, everybody. Get MarkJex, get PPF, start trading, make your money, and I'll see you next time, XRP holders. Peace.